If you're listening to this right now, there's a good chance you're carrying more than most people realize. Maybe you haven't had a full night's sleep in weeks. Maybe you've forgotten what it feels like to sit down without your mind racing through a to-do list. Maybe, just maybe, you're trying to hold it all together for someone else while silently falling apart inside. If that's you, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not failing. You are not weak. You are overwhelmed because you care deeply, and that makes you human. This message is for the caregiver who feels invisible, for the one doing everything they can and still wondering if it's enough. Let this be your reminder. You are doing better than you think. There's a kind of labor that never gets clocked in or out of. It's the quiet work of waking up early to check if they're still sleeping peacefully, of remembering the medication schedule when your own memory feels foggy, of catching the small signs that something might be off before anyone else even notices. This is the work that rarely makes it into conversations. There's no award for changing bed sheets at 3 a.m. or for knowing exactly how to calm a moment of confusion. But if caregiving were visible, if love and sacrifice left a trail of light, the world would be glowing behind you. Your life right now may feel like walking through fog with a lantern no one else can see. But that lantern, it burns from the fuel of your care, your patience, your presence. You are the steady flame in someone else's storm. And though the world may not see the hours you pour into someone else's well-being, those hours are sacred. They matter. I remember talking to a caregiver named Denise. She told me about the day she sat in her car, parked in the driveway, keys still in the ignition, just crying. Not because anything had gone terribly wrong, but because she had spent the whole day putting out fires, her father refusing to eat, the insurance company putting her on hold again, her own doctor reminding her she hadn't been in for a checkup in over a year. She had held it together all day, smiled, problem solved, reassured. But in that quiet moment alone, she unraveled. What struck me most was what she said next. I didn't even know I needed to fall apart. I just knew I couldn't keep pretending I was fine. That moment wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. Her body and spirit were asking her to pause, to release, to just be human for a minute. And sometimes the strongest thing we can do is let ourselves feel the weight we've been carrying. You are allowed to feel everything. You are allowed to be exhausted, even if others say you're so strong. You are allowed to have moments when you snap, when you cry, when you wonder how much longer you can keep going. You are allowed to grieve the life you had before caregiving, without guilt. We live in a world that sometimes praises the caregiver only when they look composed and resilient. But true resilience doesn't mean never breaking. It means you keep showing up, even when your heart is tender. There is no shame in struggle. There is no weakness in needing help. There is deep courage in saying, "This is hard, and I'm still here." Let that be enough today. Take a breath with me. Inhale and exhale slowly. Now ask yourself gently, when was the last time I gave myself permission to rest, without guilt? What emotion have I been carrying silently, hoping no one notices? If I could hear one kind, compassionate sentence right now, what would I want it to say? You don't have to answer out loud. Just notice what comes up. This is your pause, a moment just for you. So breathe again. Let the world fall quiet for just a heartbeat, and let yourself be reminded you matter too. There was a woman I met who took care of her husband through the late stages of dementia. Every night, she would gently tuck him in, even though he no longer remembered her name. One evening, as she pulled the blanket up to his chin, he looked into her eyes, just for a moment, and smiled. A soft, almost childlike smile. She told me, "That smile." It reminded me why I keep going. It wasn't grand or dramatic. It wasn't a thank you or an I love you. It was simply presence, connection, a flicker of love that lived beyond memory. Sometimes the most profound moments come in silence. Sometimes love looks like brushing someone's hair back with your fingers, or warming their food just the way they used to like it. It's not about being recognized, it's about being there. And that kind of love, it stays, even when everything else fades. There's a strength in you that may never be acknowledged with applause or awards. It's in the way you respond to the same question for the 5th time, without raising your voice. It's in the way you catch the subtle shift in mood and know exactly how to redirect it. It's in the way you get back up, even after days when it feels like everything is unraveling. You carry so much without being asked. You show up, over and over, without being thanked. But hear this. Your strength is not small just because it's quiet. It's not invisible just because others don't notice. You are powerful in ways that most people wouldn't understand. And that power, it lives in your consistency, your compassion, and your refusal to give up. There's a quote by author and caregiver Rosalynn Carter that says, "There are only 4 kinds of people in the world. Those who have been caregivers, those who are currently caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need caregivers. You are part of something deeply human. You are not alone. You are not the only one who feels overwhelmed, exhausted, or unsure. But you are one of the ones who keeps showing up anyway, and that is sacred." Dear caregiver, I know you're tired. I know there are days when the weight of responsibility feels heavier than your body can carry, and still you carry it. I know that sometimes you wonder if anyone truly sees what you're doing, or what you've sacrificed, or how deeply you love the person you're caring for, even when it's hard. So let me say it plainly, thank you. Not the kind of thank you that's quickly said and easily forgotten, but the kind that comes from someone who understands what it means to pour yourself into another person's life. You show up with tired eyes and a full heart. You advocate when no one else knows what to say. You soothe pain, calm storms, and offer presence in the darkest hours. And even when you doubt yourself, even when it feels like too much, please remember what you're doing matters. You are writing a story of love, endurance, and quiet strength. A story that will ripple farther than you'll ever know. So today, let this be your breath. Let this be your reminder. Let this be your moment to receive the care you so freely give. You are appreciated. You are honored. You are not alone. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, receive these words as if they were being spoken directly to your heart. You are doing more than enough. You are allowed to pause. You are stronger than this moment. You are not invisible. Your love leaves traces. You are doing sacred work even if no one sees it. You are allowed to feel, to cry, to breathe. You are resilient even when you're resting. You are worthy of the same tenderness you give to others. You are not failing. You are facing the impossible with grace. You are enough. Let each word settle into your body like a gentle embrace. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. And nothing can take that away from you. One day, you'll look back at this season and realize something profound. You were growing the whole time. You were learning how to love in ways that didn't always look graceful, how to endure when no one clapped for you, how to keep your heart open, even when it hurt. You'll see how your quiet acts of devotion became the threads of legacy, and you'll understand that the overwhelm didn't mean you were failing. It meant you were giving your all to something that mattered. This isn't just survival, it's transformation. Let's come back to where we started. If no one else has told you lately, you're doing better than you think. You've been navigating the weight of caregiving with grace, even when you've doubted yourself. You've shown up in the face of exhaustion, fear, and overwhelm. You've proven, day after day, that love doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. So if you take nothing else from this moment, remember this. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to rest, and you are already enough. You are doing better than you think. Let's end with a breath, just for you. Close your eyes if you can. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it gently at the top. And now exhale, long and easy, through your mouth. Again, breathe in calm, hold, and release tension as you exhale. If it feels right, take this next part as an open invitation. If this message touched something in you, if you felt seen, supported, or simply less alone, I invite you to explore our custom affirmation monologues. You can order one made just for you, spoken gently with your name, filled with care, peace, and encouragement. Or you can order a calming monologue for your loved one with dementia, designed to comfort, soothe, and bring a moment of peace when they need it most. Click the link in the description whenever you're ready to receive that kind of support for you or for someone you love. From our heart to yours, may you feel seen, may you feel supported, may you feel deeply, unshakably loved. Whether you're holding space for someone else's memories or trying to reclaim a piece of your own, you are not alone on this journey. We're walking it with you, one breath, one step, and one soft word at a time.